Hello everyone, Dino Don here again with another update on my W.A.R Corsair project. It's been only 2 weeks since my last video, but in that 2 weeks I've been able to get quite a bit accomplished. The first thing you'll notice is I got my last block of the wingtip foamed in place and sanded down rough shape. Still has the sanding on the bottom side to do. Like you can see, I've removed the fuel tank, glued in a piece of foam in the front of the bulkhead. That has to be final sanded. This whole front edge has to be radiused all the way around. You can see I've foamed in and behind the fuel tank to the instrument panel. That's basically fitted, foams, glued and everything, and it's pre-sanded. Still has a little more sanding left to do. You can see there's the Subaru's computer is tucked down inside here. There's a little cavity I have down in the side here for the fuel injection system on the engine. So as we come around here now, I also took and went through and had a lot of low spots here, so I used my Gorilla Glue, filled in these low spots with just the glue. It uses water as an activator, so once you hit it with some water, the stuff really swells up, so it fills in real nice on all them low spots. So I was able to go through and fill in a bunch of these low spots. I had an issue here where it cut through, so I cut that out and put in a fresh piece and sanded her down. A lot of little spots here. You can see I've also had to fill in with some foam glue. Now you can see I've got my tail cone finished, and that I am really happy with. That turned out very nice. This section here is to fill in the gap from where the elevator. It's pretty much just a guesstimate on how much I needed in there based on measurements and stuff. It may need fine-tuned after it's in. Now, for anybody that knows about these W.A.R, the spar for the elevator is one continuous piece from tip to tip. It actually has to pass through an opening here. My idea here is after this is all fiberglassed, I'm going to cut this tail section right off. And then I'll hollow it out. I'll meld all the styrofoam out of the center of it, and I'm basically just going to make a fiberglass cone. Then I'll put some brackets on here with screws or some sorts to reattach it. There'll also be a tail light on here, so I'll be able to do some night flying as well. But this will be cut off and then cut out, and I'll probably put an extra layer of glass on the inside of the cone when it's done. And then put the spar elevator back on, and then the cone can go on around it. Again, some more filling spots here that were low I had to fill in. The underside as well. There was a section out here that I had to cut out and replace. That was sanded through. A bunch of other places that I filled in. Trying to get everything ready for fiberglassing. And then on this side you can see I got the gap seals for the ailerons and flaps all done, sanded in, ready to go. There'll need to be some fitting issues here. It's a little tight under here, so it still needs some final sanding. But the idea is once these parts are foamed in, when I lay the fiberglass cloth, I'll have plastic or some film laid across the top of these flaps. So when I do the fiberglass will literally come out over top of the flap, make a smooth transition. And then once it's cured, the flaps will be dropped. That'll be trimmed and sanded underneath, so it'll make a nice flush fit on top of the control surfaces. And then you'll have your gap seals. On the back, I have to do the same thing. I still have to put the gap seals here on the stabilizers and the rudder. So essentially that's where I'm at now. Everything's coming along real nice. At this rate, I'm hoping to be able to start laying some fiberglass cloth within maybe next week if I'm lucky. Still got a couple days left this week. I just got to finish up around there a little bit, and then this here gets trimmed out. It's oversized. I got the back of my turtle deck area finished in, so the plywood flap can go in there. I can show you that real quick. It's down inside here. But this will be on a hinge or something here, like so. couple fasteners hold it in place, and it'll hinge down. And then you'll have yourself a little area back here for carrying some oil, spare set of clothes, little things, little toolkit or some sort. But so that's where I'm at. Thought I'd give everybody a real quick update on how things have been going. Step back here a little bit and give you an overall view. The gas tanks, of course, is sitting there on the floor, and you see I got the gap seals on this side all done as well. Ready to go. So I'll try and get another video in as I get a little farther along. I'll finish up this wing tip, do a little sanding underneath the leading edge of the wing. That has to be finished, of course, for the before I can lay fiberglass. I have to work on this radiator inlet section here. Got to get those filled in on the bottom and shaped and sanded and ready for glass. So, all right, well, hope you enjoyed the update. Please feel free to add any comments. I'll respond in kind. Okay, this is Dino Don out.